Woo! I don't get why he laughs at the end of it either. It doesn't make sense.
It's amazing. They won a game or something. And
But
then
that seemed like the most forced fake hype ever in my life.
maybe he just died really early, and it was one of those.
Oh,
games
he just watched
where
the game the entire time.
He was like, "I did something."
I died and we still won. Let's go.
They should have like in the bottom corner every time we see those things, what game the reaction was from. You know?
Yes,
Just
that'd
you
be
can,
helpful.
just you
We
can
can go back
and
and see it.
like
Yeah.
how and where it all shaped up. But now this time around, it's gonna be an Eastern Plain, which forces me to think: where are you going, Avangar, and also where are you going, Besiktas? Well, Besiktas, they're going back down to Military Island. Does that mean we need a home wound? Yes, it does, because they would most likely go up towards Isnaya. Quick math.
The team or just you doing quick math?
Both. Quick math was already. As I said it, I was like, oh wait, there's a team in here called that.
I was like,
Then I can't say
which
that.
one are we on? So Avangar will grab Milter Power. They'll be happy with that,
Yeah.
and that'll work out for them. No problems. Military base is going to stay very contested in such a unique way.
PG-18 are going there. That's, I mean, of course they can fly all the way to Gatka, but, Okay.
Northern Lights must be thinking, are we serious? Like, why do you keep coming here? Give us our space.
Yeah.
Me and Moonwolf already made an agreement. We don't need other teams being the annoying factors here.
It's just interesting to me that they do. Simsy. I got a rock. I am safe. And Rue's like, oh, that is my kryptonite. He has to leave. And it makes sense that they stay. Look at Rue. He just 180 like immediately. I'm coming back, Simsy. I hope you're still on that rock. Oh my lord, if Simsy actually jumped off the rock, he did.
We're getting middly. We're getting middly.
It could still go over to the other side, but
Okay,
there's a
if it
pretty
goes all the way
big
over to
chance.
the north
Then it's
again.
even better. Then it's even more entertaining, right?
We just get the slaughter fields again.
Yeah.
Do you know, I honestly don't get this excited about other games when it comes to like how this ends up being crazy games that we could have. Like it honestly fills my heart with joy knowing that this is going to mess up so many teams once again. I'm sorry, teams out there. If you're watching this VOD back, I apologize, but I'm here for the entertainment.
So you like it when it's bad for the players. Imagine if like once every 30th game of Counter-Strike, one of the bumps was like a dot. So it just didn't go off and the CT side won the game even though it exploded.
But that is why Counter-Strike is not a battle royale.
But that would just be rude, right? So you like it when it's bad for the teams. That is so rude.
It's the same as like the underdog stories, right? Because
Yeah,
like,
I guess so.
look at Furia as an example.
You're one of those type of guys that watch Tour de France or like all the racing thingies, and then you will just be the one who only watches it to watch them crash.
Yeah, I enjoy it. That's also fun as well. That's hilarious. As long as no one gets hurt, let's be honest. I don't want to actually see people hurt. But you know, like, when they all mess up and they like dogpile at the beginning of a lap on F1 or something, I'm like, hey.
So rude.
Carnage, man. Love a bit of carnage. Why do you think my life is in
Embrace the
such
chaos.
like just terrible moments of me falling apart in degeneracy?
Yeah.
I like you just go, yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
You
I'm
can't
not
even
gonna-
argue it.
I'm not even gonna begin to try and argue that one. Seems like Dees was the only one who decided to commit on making his way away from the military island. But then again, I mean, he kind of was already halfway on Primorsk. And in all fairness, I mean, Nemerith will have one compound, Rue will have one compound, Naleb will have one compound, and then I really hope that they got what they wanted, because odds are that they will not get to loot anything other than, well, I mean, dead bodies for the rest of the game.
It's going to be a lot of them piling up as well.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. But the only thing is, I mean, if they're right now running around with, I don't know, a Tommy gun and an M16 and a level 1 vest and no helmet, that's not exactly optimal working conditions for anyone playing competitive PUBG. Of course, you gotta float your boat and do whatever you please, but I don't think anybody would have that as their weapons of choice.
No, generally not.
What's your favorite lineup, James? Pick and choose any weapon, no crate weapons.
Okay, that's fine.
Any non-crate weapon lineup.
I always want a mini. Always want a mini.
Mhm.
I'm hunting a mini down.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll take an AK with that.
AK mini.
Because I'm good. I'm good with my AK spray. I'm confident in that.
So you go the mix. You're one of the mix guys.
Yeah.
7, 6, and 5, 5. Okay, makes sense.
I told you, man. I'm like super aggressive.
Yeah, makes sense.
I also, by the way, I do worse with my mini when it has a good scope on. I'm much better if just give me a 2 times.
Oh, that doesn't really make any sense.
It's like I am better at distance without a scope.
Yeah, maybe it's because you're wearing glasses. It gives you more of a zoom, you know.
2020 vision. 2020 vision enhanced by my glasses. I sound like a cyborg now. Like I'm dead, like.
James don't need scopes in games. He just have like
Yep.
automatic zoom on his face. That's
It's because I come from playing a game where like there's not that many scoped weapons. So when it comes to this, it's so different for anything I've normally played.
You have what, 4 scope weapons, 5 scope weapons? Yeah, true.
Where this, you can add so many
Oh,
different
yeah,
options, right? It's on
obviously,
everything, which
obviously.
is awesome. But I mean, I'm not. Oh god, there we go. This is going to be interesting. Zen Ivel up high does a lot of damage onto Donator as the Boom's also trying to cruise on by. Ivel's going to jump down and be careful.
That was as smooth as can be.
That got close. He got that little bit further. Did manage to hang on. Donator heals himself back up, but already taking extra damage. Ivel does need to be careful, though, because going hunting can cost you a lot if they are ready and waiting for it. But that nade comes out from Vascu. The Boom goes boom in the water, and Detonator is on the floor on the beach.
That is the second time today we've seen someone run himself over with a boat. That's just rude, Vasco. he was gonna die. Oh, in all honesty, they wouldn't have had the kill if he hadn't done that, so that does make sense. That does make sense.
Pick up those extra points as Vascu now tries to find Donator. We'll spot him out, no problems at all.
Yeah, he's gonna die eventually. The only thing is that they have to be, I mean, at least assuming that there's people on the other side trying to hold them off, right? Because they do know that Winside landed down there.
Gamerlegion have grabbed themselves a boat and they're trying to get off ahead. So many teams are just going straight over to military. They're well aware of what madness could go down here. Se7en is going to be alongside Avangar and 4AK as well as Quickmath for some of the later rotating teams on finding their way. And Quickmath have only just began their rotation. Some of them are still in Severny.
And the thing with PG now as well, these are still on the other side. He's over in Primorsk, right? So they need to, well, I mean, they can't really go anywhere until they get him over towards him, unless if they kind of just want to let him be off on his own. Gifted, he's obviously not going to get rest here. Besiktas trying to take him down, but in the end, it's going to be Northern Lights, the defenders of the island. And in all honesty, you know, whoa, Winside eliminated. Okay, that's early.
That was real quick.
6 minutes in. Make that 7. But in all honesty, I mean, we keep talking about how rude it is to put the pressure on the military team to have to win those military games. I know you don't. Nothing is rude in your book. But the fact of the matter is that they have actually, I mean, I don't know the exact percentage, but they have a pretty good win rate on those milli games.
Yeah, it was 4AK who had a bit of a different one, right? Where it was tougher for them on the military
I mean,
games.
they won the games that weren't military.
And the thing for me is that the reason I would say that, yes, if you're a military team, you should have a better position in it. You should just be more understanding of your surroundings. More teams have to come to you, take those shots, try and do well. But you could be fighting a long time, which also sees you cut out. So it really depends on the style of team.
And it's still such a huge island. And it can have a circle like this, and now it could hard shift east, and then you're on completely even ground with anyone else that came to the island, right? So it's interesting, of course. No tag team, more like tagged up team in just a short moment. They're using smokes and rocks for cover, but I don't think they're going to be safe down there for the longest of time.
Yeah, they've got Vascu on the side as well. So if they focus on where the rest of the shots from Zen are coming from, it could be a bad idea because you are completely surrounded on the beach.
Yeah, see Vasco trying to hold this angle. Don't want to allow them to push on forward. He does have one nade available. Shots fired over towards Gibbet as well, but he's not going to go down, at least not for now.
Plenty of shots landed there as well.
Page has to back off this one. He heard all the nades come in. In all honesty, I mean, Dupsik and the gang here, they're doing everything they can and then some to stay alive. But as I was just going to say, Game Elite, and you saw their logos up above. They now have their high ground position. And for Zoekt Een Naam too, they need to worry about maybe, I mean, they can't really disengage from where these guys are. But for Ivel, for T-Bone as well, maybe focus your fire on the guys above right now.
Yeah, there's a decision that has to be made. And Vasco, at least, will start off with a strong decision. He can't through that, see that smoke. Only we can, just so you know. He's going to take additional shots. Page runs round the corner. Aros goes down as well. Instantly flushed out of it. They don't want Gamerlegion taking away any of their kills. And Dupsik out in the background, trying to hold on. They spot him out on just the smallest angles. Vascu doesn't want to overextend just yet, but he can pass on the information. They group up and play it as a team. They're going to run around the corner, straight up onto him. Easily done. Easily killed. And O'Connell is the only one that remains.
Impressive play from Zoekt Een Naam, not only getting the engagement down, but the way they played it with control, the way they really handled the position well, and also not allowing for themselves to be envisioned from Gamerlegion. That's going to be no tag out of the game. O'Connell goes down, and Zoekt Een Naam start off the game with 4 kills, but of course, this all allowed for Gamerlegion to push on down towards him. Doesn't matter. They'll just turn around and start shooting their way too.
And one thing, right, we've always praised Zen about is their teamwork when it comes to it. It was easier in phase 1, I think, for just they had that chance to really show themselves a lot more. But I want to really see what they can do here against some of these real. I spoke about it, right? The level has increased so much here in what we're seeing from competitive PUBG. I want to see that kind of Zen again because we haven't really seen the full teamwork, the full kind of military style that I spoke about. They were able to deliver so often.
I mean, these are the best European teams that are not in PEL.
Yeah.
And, well, I mean, if you can't beat them, then how are you expecting to beat the guys in PEL if you have a chance to get there? Of course, in Zoekt Een Naam, they're doing everything they can to get on a good one here. Bjorn, separated from his teammates, wants to get a good flank position, but he is really far from home right now.
This is either going to pay off massively or be an incredible blunder, but you have to take some of these risks every now and again to try and make big plays like this.
And that's the thing he can do, right? Either it works out, like either it doesn't work out or works out really well. He spots one. That's going to be info provided. He knows they're now running. Yep. Does he crouch back up, though? Yep, he does, but now he has no cover. If he gets spotted now, he's miles out in the open. Gotta play it so smart here, Bjorn.
Avangar's being pressured on the beach as well. Smokes are down, their boat's being shot at, but they don't have any cover to work on. T-Bone finds McCann. Bjorn looking to try and swipe. And T-Bone though, he spots it, but it's just too late. He's going to be instantly flushed, and now Ival, he has to try and work the advantage here. Bjorn's just going to back away, and he's going to try and live to fight another day, because this could work out massively for them to take an advantage against Zen. Ival doesn't know where to look or where to turn, and the rest of the Gamerlegion players are ready for it. Hamster takes down Ival, and Zen are being picked apart here. Gamerlegion playing it well, and Bjorn, what a huge risk, and he's even going to get Page as well. Vasco is the only one that remains, and this has been a job well done for Gamerlegion. Bjorn is the hero right now.
I love to see this work out the way they want it to, because so many times they've tried where it hasn't, and we've also always known what the idea was.
Yeah.
We've also known the potential and how it's supposed to work out. It just never did. This time around, though, not quite the case. Bjorn becomes the flanking lord of the match, and that is going to be Zoekt Een Naam out. They got 5 kills, so again, even though it's a bad game for them, a 5-kill performance in a rough one is still a lot of points accumulated. They'll probably still be in the left side of the leaderboard anyway.
Yeah.
But still, them out early. Of course, they wanted a lot more with a good start to the game. But Gamerlegion here, what a hell of a way of stepping up. Bjorn never over-aggressed, even when Macken went down. Sometimes you're like, oh no, my teammate got knocked, I need to do something now. He never jumped the gun, he played it super smart up until that. Then he got that first knock, he saw the position of T-Bone, fell back down, allowed for his teammates to push forward. And this circle is horrible, James. This circle is actually horrible.
Oh, Quickmath. They're only just getting their way across as well. But the circle is going to include so much water. It's the next one that will go away. Obviously, it should go to military, right? That's just where it's going to go. But it's on the beach. It's on the open. So many of these teams have committed. Avangar in the north. Moonwolf in the north. Se7en in the north. 4AK down towards the north. East alongside Riddle. There is not a lot of room to fight this out in. There is only trees and a few buildings, and Quickmath, they're doing their best here to help their teammates get across. But Pelt said you've got to land all these shots, buddy.
The fact that they can actually sit here for another circle is pretty impressive to me too.
Yeah.
Misa gone down. Still have Insolenza in the water. It's not going to be an easy feat whatsoever. And for Quickmath, the remaining 2 players in Tuho and Pelsic to make it across at some point. Gonna be rather, if not impossible, then something close to it.
Well, you've got to hope that Riddle are going to come and sideswipe. We need a home now, because they've just entered the circle and they'll be able to hear what's going on. So we need a home. They can deal with this fight with Quickmath for as long as they want, but it could be something that bites them in the behind later on.
Yeah, we saw 3 teams commit to military base itself. That's going to come to bite them too. And now on the top of things, Besiktas and Desperado squaring off against one another. Besiktas, they've stepped things up today. They didn't have the greatest of days yesterday, and now they're back in it. 4 kills already, no lost players so far. And, I mean, they have a chance of doing a lot of damage here, because they're sitting arguably in what could be the best spot in the next circle.
This does start to get a bit more worrying, though, for Desperado, because yesterday's games weren't amazing. It wasn't like they played bad, but, I mean, it wasn't up to standard of what they would have wanted. And today's been a bit lackluster as well. We've seen them overall not really hit up on the positions they'd wanted. They had 11th in the previous game, and before that, they went out in 4th, but not many kills. So, yeah, tougher here for these guys.
Ooh, CPG, they immediately spotted Max as he came out of the building. His rock is going to provide him some cover, but is it going to deny that nade to come in? And that's going to be the big question. Yes, it does. But Asferin eats it instead. That's going to be right on the money.
Asverin's going to be sat there thinking, are we serious? I was just making it across. Really? And Maxwell's going to struggle to help him out. Tox pushing up and just healing himself. I might be able to get the res on in, but PG-18 are going to get the hell out of here as well. And they're going to take their vehicles with them. So there's a long road ahead. And I don't just mean the road that Asverin and co are currently on. I mean the entire road ahead to try and get into this circle.
This positioning from PG as well. They might lose Nemerith here, but they split it 2-2, held 2 guys down low. And they had 2 guys sitting above in D's and Nailop to try and hold the high ground position. They lose 1 player, sure, but they will get a lot of it anyway.
Nemrisk is going to end up dying out. 4 AK are picking apart 7. Tornado's got involved in it as well. Tox going to find himself knocked down and now straight out of it as the new circle goes up, and it goes exactly where we expected it to. Still covering off most of the south. It's away from water and Quickmath. They've got a tough rotation ahead of them. And they are going to try and opt to go across the bridge. These is still taking additional shots, and Avangar, this is not looking good for them.
You had all of 7 Tornado Energy and 4 AK running around on top of each other on the eastern side of the circle just a second ago. A lot of players went down. We see 4 AK lose 2 players, and 7, they're down to just Krabic now. So while we've been focusing on this side, of course, a ton of players on the other side have been fighting off one another as well.
Nail up, just waiting. He's like, come on, just give me the kill. I've deserved this. I've waited for it. And I am ready for it. As a Noctiv will just die on out. There's no hope for him. And Maxazor says, do you know what? Sod this.
Eat this.
13th place for Avangar, though, right?
Yep.
Then they also had a 9th place and a 15th place. Not the day they would have wanted at all. And 7, well, they did get a win earlier, but they're going to be the next ones out in 12th. And again, starting to be quite the competitive, scary lobby.
See Orko, I mean, we had Krabic, he was doing everything he could to embrace the tornado energy, but didn't work out for him. He's going to go down to Orko, and now Orko is under pressure as well. Melman realizing that players are coming from behind, and that's forcing his teammates to turn around too. Jukos is still down here, and you can see 4 AK from the north. They're coming into third party in this one as well.
Orko blowing up with the grenade. Melman does manage to land it. Edukos, he may be able to stay alive, but he's the only Moonwolf player. And what's happened to Moonwolf today? Erangel's the one where I started to say, yes, this is where we get to see Moonwolf come alive, but it's been very lackluster from these guys.
Tough rotation here in the final game, that's for sure. They were trying to make their way in from the east, and they were just players all over. And they also committed to the military side of things, and that didn't really pay off as the circle shifted up north. So tough game for them, for sure. But then again, I mean, they have had a good overall performance in the last 2 days.
Riddle trying to avoid the shots coming out towards him to try and bring Zinzan up. Klib, we need to see more of those bolt action shots being delivered from him. Nades go out. Cold Dementor is found by Hjort. Hanny is now down on the floor, though, in retaliation to that. And Desperado's out in 11th again. Yeah,
that is not the type of game they wanted to have to finish things off here. Unfortunately, they got caught in a rough position. Gamerlegion got plenty of room on the west now. Hjort is down once more. That's going to be Sinsen down too. He just got rest, but he's going to go down, and so will Clip. And that is going to be all of Riddle out in Besiktas. They're waking up now. We know how scary they are once they get things going their way, and they're starting to frag out. Wow.
And that's the Besiktas we see and love as perfect.
Oh, it's perfecting. So
he landed the shot. It looked like example ad as well. I was fully with you on that, Toby. I thought that was the one.
I was like, what?
If it was just that one bullet perfect shot. But nope, it gets stolen away. Northern Lights are saying, wait a second, still our island, boys.
Guys, you can't do that to me, man. I almost had a heart attack for a second there, and then it was just for no reason.
That's all right. I'll resuscitate you. I got the revive on deck. I've got a first aid and med kit with me.
There you go.
I won't give you the painkillers, though. I'm kind of addicted to them.
Okay.
I'm living real life PUBG here, Toby.
Fair enough. Addicted to painkillers. That's got to be a
I'm actually not. It's just me.
No, I'm just trying to imagine what it means.
You wouldn't have much pain, would you?
I guess not. And you'd be able to heal all the time, too. That'd be pretty useful. And run faster.
Punching through walls.
Mm-hmm. Vex, he's in a good position. They have the high ground, they have the circle, and all they really need to worry about right now is making sure that PG decide to go somewhere else than towards them. And even if they do go towards them, well, they got to be ready to take a fight here.
All of our 7 teams are healthy with at least 3 players.
That's
Only
impressive.
PG18 and Quickmath have 3. Most are up with 4. So there are some big battles to be had, some proper team fights that we love.
Also, the fact that Quickmath made it across with 3 players.
I know, I know.
Pretty impressive to me.
All things considered,
Yeah.
theirs was probably the worst style of rotation they could have had. 1 or 2 players got across,
Yeah.
Misse went down, and the other 2 had to rotate and go across the bridge on the western side of military.
That was a very far rotation, but it worked out for them in the end. They made their way on over. And now Tumble, we see them here. 7 kills already. Tornado, they got up there with 7 as well. So for one of these 2 teams, should they live through this next engagement, could be a very high kill win potentially. Coming in for them that will really shoot them up the leaderboards.
Besiktas, they've been fighting out today. It's been really good from these guys. They had a 12th in the previous, but the first one was 3rd place, and they still got kills alongside it. So they're trying to make a name for themselves, and they're going to start off with a big kill onto Quizzy here. Just a huge pickup to take on Northern Lights. They're also firing at Tornado at the same time, though, which means there is a true 3rd party going on here, and Northern Lights want to try and approach on this if they can.
Gotta give it to PG. This was a tough rotation to make, but they made it work at least for now. Map knowledge and awareness can get you a long way, and for Nailup and Yannick to know about the dips in here, of course, to be expected from a pro player. But always good to see them embracing and really utilizing every little position they have available.
Tornado are backing the hell away from this. They got shot at by Besiktas. They knew where Northern Lights were already, having previously taken shots at each other. And they went, you know what, we'll stick onto this eastern side. We'll wait for things to go down a little bit further from here.
It's interesting. I haven't really, other than the Milter game we had, holy, wow, that's a headshot. Other than the Milter game we had yesterday, I haven't really seen Aaliyah really be the same flank player that we've seen be. Perfectix, holy.
Sorry, Toby, but
Let me finish my thought, Perfectix. Stop going ham, man.
he just landed the headshots on Deluxe, literally turns
I
around,
saw.
sees them up there, and he's like, yep, that's mine. I'll take that.
That was.
Oh, and we got the real-time standings. I love it.
Oh yeah, thank you guys. Outback. That was something we haven't really had so far at all. I love it. And of course, the +1 means that they're all guaranteed 1 placement point at least.
Yep.
For those of you guys who are confused about that.
Yeah, they haven't just all got 1 kill. There's been a lot more kills than that.
These guys would like them, so we give them bonus points.
You survived. +1.
For Quickmath, for We Need a Home as well, sitting in 15th and 16th place right now. This could be a huge turnaround for them. And Besiktas too, look at this. I mean, they're sitting in 12th off of such a good performance here. I mean, this just really shows to you that there's no team to take for granted in this group whatsoever.
Now for Tornado, you really don't know where to look or turn. The circle's moved out towards the west. It's gone further away from you. You've got We Need a Home up top that you're shooting at now. You've got Besiktas down below who now have to move out of their compound as well. And Northern Lights down in the far south. It's Gamerlegion who are taking control of the circle straight away though. And they're looking to do some more dominance here, picking up that knock onto Encelenso.
To me right now, Tornado are fighting on way too many fronts.
Yeah.
I know that it's horrible to have to run into multiple teams, but instead of doing that, which I mean, it makes sense they don't want to, they're fighting way too many teams at the same time. Example does get the knock on towards Rip here, but they're going to be pressured from behind in any moment now.
Those nades need to come out and they need to land now. Rita looking to push up on the hill. It's the reload on go.
Does have 4 nades too.
More shots coming out. Example looking to deal further damage, but it's Tomel from the side. Besiktas have got active, and they're looking to say, hey, we knew where you guys would go. We've now had to come out of our compound. Are you ready for this fight? And it doesn't seem like anyone's ready for this fight because it's just a bloodbath between all sides.
Just waiting for that to happen, and now indeed it did. It was a rough one to fight around, and now, I mean, I guess we can see for Northern Lights push away around the backside of this one too, but We Need a Home under pressure. Lipson is all that's left, and Besiktas sitting well in it right now, trying to hold off as best as they can.
Besiktas up at 10 kills. This is looking to be their game. They're trying to make the magic happen. And okay, bro, 40 could hide behind the tree, but Simsy's bullets will roll on into him and rip right through him as he'll get picked off and finished off by Gamerlegion, who have pretty much all the circle control right now.
Yeah, everything from where Yannick is positioned and west on is going to be a huge open uphill push towards Gamerlegion. It's not going to be easy whatsoever. What we do know, of course, is these guys, they want to frag out and they want to get the best of what they can here. Hamster, 5 kills for him alone so far. This could be yet another huge game for Gamerlegion. Tornado Energy somehow staying alive in this one. Kumpert is on his knees and Aaliyah is all alone.
So many teams have picked up a lot of kills here in this game, and this is why they've got to this position. And it's what they can do from here as Perfectix wants to work his way up. Quickmath finally go down in a respectable 6th spot.
Lock sitting 5 kills there as well. You can see Perfectix. He want to push up. He has the deep on the other side, trying to hold the angle for him, but he needs more help here. This is going to be, if not an impossible, then a really, really difficult push to make on your own. And I like the shots coming in. He's not even shooting at him. He's just shooting over towards him to make a little bit of a sound disruptance, not allowing for him to hear his teammate there. That's all he needed. That is all he needed for the help there.
Perfectix walks away with the knock and then runs back down. Gamerlegion are going to be fighting on all fronts here. They may have circle control, but they've got a lot of teams to deal with still. Northern Lights with 2, Gamerlegion with 4, Besiktas with 4. And PG18's Yannick, he's holding on. He's in the circle. He's right on the edge, but he could be walked over at any point.
That full speed rotation early on granted them a top 4 spot. They sure don't have a lot of kills with it, but that's not really what they were aiming for here anyway. So good positioning, good placement, nice rotations from Yannick early on.
Perfectix desperately trying to work his way up here. He's got the tree for cover. That's about all he's got now.
Yup. It's not going to be easy, and he's not inside the circle yet either. But 4 guys alive in Besiktas, they're going to be hard to deal with. Look at the shots connected already.
Lux ready and waiting. He knew what was going on. Yannick will finally be found, and that's his PG18 in 4th. But that's a couple of good games from him now. They're going to be very happy with what they've been able to achieve today, at least. Maybe not on the kill front, but in terms of what they did placement points-wise. As all the remaining players that aren't Gamerlegion are outside the circle. Tom Hill's only just worked his way in, and this is Gamerlegion who need to shine now. They need to step it up, but they are heavily outnumbered. Besiktas have got all 4 up, and Perfectix is the solo player being shot at, being taken down, and Northern Lights out in 3rd.
4 versus 3. With the numbers advantage on the side of Besiktas, but Gamerlegion, you gotta give it to them. They had a 15, maybe the 13 kill 3rd place previously, and now they're sitting up here in the top 2 once again. This is the Gamerlegion we've seen before. This is the Gamerlegion we were hoping to see from this entire team. Bjorn, a lot of shots connected already.
Ultra straight away, they're able to try and chime in and turn this around. Fex is looking to get the job done. He's there and he's willing to do it. Hamster's up alongside him, and this is going to be very hard now for Besiktas. Tomil in the back line's the only one up, and he is completely surrounded. Hamster a little bit more cautious here. He's a bit scared to try and push on it. Will he spot him out though? He's gone behind the crate. He's trying to keep himself covered. Fex is taking shots at him. It's not working out. The kills come in galore, and Gamerlegion take another win, but this time with 13 kills.
That is impressive and nothing short of it. 5 kill win yesterday, 13 kill win today, and they already had one 13 kill game coming
without
into
even a win.
26 kills in 2 games for Gamerlegion.
This could be Gamerlegion going to first place.
That isn't. They probably.
Northern Lights, how many kills did they have?
Yeah, I don't know, but they got a 4th place though. No, they got 3rd place.
Third place, yeah. This could be close.
It's going to be close.
This could definitely